Hey, welcome to another episode of Sailor Barry and Haley. As you can see, it is miserable outside. This is another episode of how we get through the winter and what we get up to. Shockingly, we actually do a whole bunch of cool stuff in this episode, so stay tuned. Things are starting to get a little bit back to normal. It's still freezing cold outside. We got water running again, but not in the shower, unfortunately. But the day is young. And I have a cabinet here that I would like to build.
Oh, so it's your cabinet now.
Yeah.
I thought it was our cabinet.
So you can see I've got a mark right here and a mark right here. And I'm gonna make a shelf that goes to here so we can still reach underneath. And then a full length shelf up top here for our towels and stuff. To do that, I have this piece of timber here, and I got all this wood here. In classic Barry fashion, I've started this project, but yet to this day, I still haven't finished it. The reason for that is that we've actually come up with a totally different shelving design that we want to have continue the whole length. And on that note, I might as well just press pause right here where it is. All right, as you saw, I got it largely built. It's not entirely fastened in. The framing is all good, but
Some shelves right there.
it sure does.
I like it.
Yeah, like they're a good tight fit here, but they can still slide out right now. So I'm gonna attach them all together with these on the bottom side of them. But for now,
Oh, I like it a lot.
we got a shelf there.
Should we varnish it? Is that
Right
what you're
there.
thinking? So we're gonna varnish because it's nice mahogany. Right?
Yeah, it's nice. So what my thought is that we do all of the back everything in bright white.
Yeah.
And then we do this in shiny mahogany. I'll obviously round this over and put a little fiddle on here.
Sea tall?
I think something fancier than sea tall. Like
Oh,
shiny,
sea
shiny.
tall. Oh, schooner.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever we got up at the shipyard.
Yeah. We can get for free.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Pretty basic framing. Opens everything up.
So, yeah, our intention is to store medical stuff down here, and then towels and my face cloths. Is that mold?
Yep, it was mold.
Oh, wow.
Cleaned up.
Only one injury?
Yeah, Haley burned herself.
Burned myself. You can't really.
Oh yeah, it's a good, you can see it.
I just pressed my arm directly into the wood stove, so that'll do. That'll
Also,
happen.
Haley's been organizing up here and it looks delightful except for the toilet paper roll.
That's our tissue.
Yeah.
Because we're snotty. It's fine.
But yeah, it looks really good
Those
up
are
here
the
now.
books that I'm currently reading.
Wow, she's a heavy reader. Wow.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, we're making sense of this. Look at that.
I like it a lot.
Hell yeah, what's not to like?
Everything. Wow. So this is where I put my towels, and this is where I put my smaller towels, and then this is a bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it does look slanty, hey?
Yeah, only if you're sitting like that.
Yeah, that's boats for you, hey?
Yeah, it bodes well though.
It follows the shear of the hull.
You know what? Maybe this here now is my beauty shelf. Maybe all my beauty
Get it.
stuff just goes in there now, and then this bin is for everyone.
As the cold, foggy days continue, we just keep forging forward on ideas and plans for the boat, as well as actually putting some of them into action. But coming up in the future, we have an adventure to go on, despite how cold it is. But first things first, time to top up the water tanks. Tis the night before departure. We are gonna go on a mission tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. See you in the morning. With the days being so short, even leaving at 6 a.m. means an hour in straight darkness. But it was so worth it. Just look at this sunrise. And then here again, it pops off one more time. So beautiful. So we are in Trincomalee. We just transited Gabriola Pass. We were going about 8 knots when we were going through there. We timed it really well, where we had about 1.5, 2 knots current with us, and there wasn't a lot of eddies or anything, so she was actually pretty easy to steer. But had we waited another 20 minutes, that might not have been the same situation. Yeah, I kept about 40% of the throttle in reserve in case things went sideways on us and I needed to really power through something, but all is well. And yeah, now we're just sort of dealing with the beautiful after effects of this wonderful, wonderful sunrise. It is so beautiful here, and it's calm, it's flat, very little wind, little showers roll over every once in a while, but it's kind of nice. You can tell I'm pretty wet. But why are we doing this? Where are we going? What's the plan? So we're taking 2 days, technically 3 days. We changed the plan, so we're taking 3 days now, and we are going from Gabriola to Canoe Bay, Canoe Cove on Vancouver Island. And why is that? That's because Nathan, he had a boat before Dagon. Its name is Surf Scotter. It's a Colin Archer 1920s or so gaff rigged cutter. And it needs a bit of work. The rig needs some work and all that stuff. It's not very nicely finished out right now. It's a bit of a project, and he needs a hand. He wants just a buddy boat around. Yeah, just helping a friend out. We're helping him move on from his old boat so that he can fully focus on Dagon as he wants to. So very cool. And this is my first time getting out here in the Gulf Islands on Thunderchild, and it's Haley's first time coming through this area of the Gulf Islands as well. So she's enjoying it very much, and yeah, very lovely. I'm excited about all of this. It was very nice to stretch our legs and get some adventure in, despite how harsh this winter had been. It's safe to say that no matter what the weather, Haley and I are almost always out in it. As the Swedish say, there is no bad weather, only bad clothing. And I like to say that around here, the sailing season never really ends. And just for some context of season, this is January 29th. Despite being hunkered down in one main location, Haley and I were still out doing a couple 100 miles every single month.
I personally haven't.
I love wood stove, but
Nathan would be a better person to ask, but.
Where the party at? It's right here.
Feels like summer.
I know.
The rest stop.
Only I'm wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, sweets. Hi. Yeah, look at you, just making the rounds. You're making the rounds for all the pets. Good girl.
So something cool we just learned about this island is that it used to belong to Bill Garden, the designer of Perihelion.
Billy boy.
Yeah, and also the red boat right there is a Bill Garden. So yeah, we're gonna just do a little drive around and check out Bill Garden's old island. When Bill Garden took possession of this island in the late 60s, he renamed it Toad's Landing. From here, we assisted in getting Surf Scotter to a nearby boatyard so that she could be hauled out and work could begin on restoring her and making her a habitable place for somebody to live. ready for haul out. From here, Haley had some tattoos to attend to in Nanaimo, so she drove back from approximately Victoria to Nanaimo, and I took Nathan and Appa aboard Thunderchild, and we motored all the way back, but we attempted to sail. Can't say we didn't try. Today's the day. We're gonna move Perihelion off the docks onto our own mooring, and we're literally about to go do that right now, so pretty exciting. Haley's gonna be at the helm, Simon and I will be in tenders, and we'll get her out of there. All right, she's untied. I'm holding her to the docks.
Ready to walk back?
Yeah, starting to. You want to straighten out a bit, Haley? Bow is clear. Watch the swing of the bow on Echo Lark. Do you want to switch over to towing from the bow? Do you want to tow from the bow?
I'll grab the bow in a second.
Cool.
Don't trust politicians, and I don't trust hairdressers. That's fine. It don't
Looks
gotta
great.
be. I live on a boat. It's not gonna be that good.
I think you're probably doing it great. I wouldn't know. I don't have hair.
It's a lot easier when you have a big mirror in front of you.
Yeah.
That's how I normally do it on land. When it's where it's not windy.
Yeah, that also helps too. And we have some old sausage, so we're gonna drop it in here and we're gonna catch
Use my
some
hair as a mask.
crabs.
Old sausage hair mask.
Sausage hair mask.
Yeah, it's a very exciting day because it's cold out, but it's nice out.
It's cold out, but we're getting solar, which is great.
Yeah, how much solar?
How much solar are we getting with this Blue Eddy solar panel? 59 watts. Hell yeah. We'll take what we can get in this cold season. 59 watts is great. All right, back on TC, and I have a box full of bronzy bits. So I think I'm gonna put the big lamp up here above the table, and I think I'm gonna put that one somewhere in the galley, and then the bronze pump will live in the head until it is installed. Got that up, and I don't think it'll come out. Oh, she's stuck. So bonus galley light for now. I like it. It'll help cleaning dishes and cooking when power goes out, which happens more often than we would like to admit. Give it a little clean. It's not the cleanest. I can already tell that I'm bothered by the fact that there's a camber on the roof. I would rather it sit level like this, so I'll make a little wedge of wood with a couple degrees on it, put it up underneath it, and it'll sit nice and level. But yeah, clean the glass, cleaned it. It needs a better polish, but at least Haley won't be immediately disgusted by it. Very happy with that. Nice, beautiful addition. Makes it a little shippier and nicer in here. Extra source of light. Puts good use to my valuable antiques. Yeah, looking sick as hell in here now. I'm building something and I forgot to film any of it. I'm just wood gluing it together. I just finished shaping. I only had a piece this wide and I needed it to be much wider. So I did some quick kerfs on a piece, traced it out, and then sanded it down with this into shape. But the plan is that this platform will rest in the dead center of it, and then this will go on the roof. And since there's deck beams, I'm gonna chisel away. If this was touching the roof, there's gonna be a groove that's really shallow and then a groove that gets deeper, and that'll be what levels this out onto the deck beams, and then I'll fasten this to the deck beams and all will be level. But I'm just getting it glued up so that I can chuck it on the router table, give it a beautiful round over, and then I can do final fitting on it inside the boat. Boom, just like that. Glue up is done, and I quickly rounded it over and gave it an 80 grit sand. But that's how she's gonna look. And well, maybe a little more centered. Something to that effect. Up on the roof. Let's try something crazy. Put a Scotch-Brite underneath this, see if it works. Doesn't look perfect, but it does look better. Yeah, it's deeply tarnished. So I think we get what we get, or we paint this. Oh, I could hit it with sandpaper. That's gonna permanently change its appearance though. I don't have the variety of sandpaper to do it responsibly. So yeah. Whatever, it's got a patina to it. So here it is. Turns out my other one, much cleaner, so I'll stick with this one. But I have very briefly traced, so that's the outboard side, this is the inboard side, that's forward, and this is aft, which is the current orientation inside the boat. I'm going to cut it here, but this is where the deck beam runs, and this is where the deck beam runs. So I'm going to have a little round over nub sticking out past the frames. The reason I'm keeping that is maybe I can tie something to it, or who knows. I just like the aesthetic of the chunky wood. And so from here, I need to figure out how much of a taper, so it's going to be full depth here, and it's going to be sawn in that way. I'll just saw a bunch of kerfs in and then chisel it all out. But I'm going to make a quick assessment and start cutting. Alright, I gotta go pick Haley up, so I'm gonna put this on pause, but I got the first little cut started, and we'll do a live reaction, see if it fits. Gotta widen that one a hair. Maybe I can slam it up. Yeah, I just gotta shave some off the sides. It's too tight of a fit, but the process has begun. Since we moved Perry onto the mooring ball, there we have a couple extra days at the dock, so we're deciding to use that up with perihelion.
And Barry's feeling feisty, like he's in the mood to get some shit done.
I'm loving it. I'm at the point where I'm like tackling projects and improving the boat now.
Left and right, and right and left.
So I just took the carpet out right here, and it's cool.
Oh, cool, wow.
And wow. So the carpet's no longer in there. It's now a lot draftier, as you would expect. But I do have some beautiful Yarrow hardwood that I can cut into place there. So I think that's going to be something I do today. And then we'll have a nice, beautiful hardwood floor.
What's the pirate's favorite wood? Yarrow.
Yarrow.
I just made that one up for you.
Wow. Also getting feisty with the deck up here. I just want to get this dry so I can put some sealing epoxy on it before it gets worse. And we got a couple days of sun coming up, so I might as well start drying it out now. And I have some plywood now if it's that bad of a fix. 'Tis the season to fix the foredeck. Working on this, I just laid out a couple of the Yarrow planks. If you recall, it's plywood underneath, so
wow, exactly what you wanted to do with Dagon.
Right?
That we never finished.
Well, I also am wondering what your thoughts are on...
Oh, I actually like that a lot.
You like that more?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
We could even put black Sika in here and it would look planked.
Look shippy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I like that better. I don't know, is that a controversial
It's
opinion?
good grip.
It matches the rest of the boats.
Yeah, it like, because when they're on top, there's no chafe or there's no chamfer here, so it's it just looks like straight floor, and there's nothing in the boat that has that. Like all of this has a chamfer, so I like the idea of keeping that spirit alive.
Champy.
Yeah, I think that's the move. Yeah, I figure I can just crush this out pretty quick, so I'm gonna get to it. Okay, well, I'm about halfway done and my batteries are dead, so I'm just gonna wait for them to charge. So that is a wrap on this for today. I gotta go get one more plank, and yeah, I'm really happy that I'll show you guys exactly how it's been going. So the ceiling starts to ramp up here. So I've had to put a bevel in the back, so I just used an angle grinder, got that in. And same with this piece, nice little bevel in there. I got a tracing of the hatch, so cut this wood into pieces. This is my wine storage. If you know, you know. So yeah, I've got cool little pieces of hardware that I'll embed in those little hatches as well, for wine storage. And yeah, I'm getting stoked.
My wine.
This is my wine.
Is this all the pieces that you need?
Yeah, and I need one more, so.
Oh, how convenient for you.
I'm not super stoked on the fit in that far corner, but I like the fit everywhere else. I'll cut this all flush. It's gonna be about that depth. Just so it overhangs this time of groove here. But it's good of a finish as I could hope to have in here. And yeah, I think that's gonna look way better than plywood and or carpet. So, yeah, coming together. Thank you so much for watching, and special thank you to all of our patrons and anybody who has donated and or supported our show in any way. You know who you are, so thank you. And if you felt like subscribing, if this is your first time here, I would love that if you did. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.